Luka, 5 of 17 in fourth quarters this entire series. Did not elevate his play offensively in that game 4 for the Lakers. Just an awful fourth quarter for him, getting blown by time after time again on defense. And with Luka, how long has this been the story? It's been the story for years with Luka like this. Is he good enough defensively? Can his conditioning stay good enough late in games? That's why Nico Harrison traded him. He didn't believe in Luka. And Luka in that game 4, really this entire series, has helped make that point. Obviously, it's still a bonehead trade to do what the Dallas Mavericks did, but Luka needs to take it seriously this summer, man. Like, this needs to be the summer when you're teammates with LeBron James. The Lakers will make more changes this offseason to further bolster that roster, make it make more sense around Luka. They're going to go get a rim protector. They're going to add some centers, which optimizes Luka offensively. But he needs to finally have this wake-up call, I think. If you lose 3-1 or 4-1 or 4-2, whatever it ends up being this year in the first round, if Luka's Luka in those fourth quarters, I think they're up in the series and they probably win the series.
I think it's a little bit of both, right? Like, let's be clear. Like, we want Luka to what? Be a good defender or come back and like what? Be
not a negative. I don't want him to be a good defender. I want him not to be a zero.
So you look at other guys around the league. We look at and these are just guys I've been on the team with. So you look at James Harden, right? James is never a great defender. Like he never was a good defender. Like, actually, sometimes you'll be on a team and you'll be like, oh, look, you don't have a title, but a lot of people don't. Some things have to work out in your favor to have a title, right? Like, it's only there's only a few two-way superstars in the league. And I think that this series came down to, right, like we talk about like LeBron having some turnovers. Like, when is LeBron gonna be on the court without Luka? Everybody know Luka's the ball handler. Everybody's looking for him to score. The thing about it is, when has Luka had any catch and shoots? Like, how is JJ Redick implementing where he's off the ball? We haven't seen him off the ball. And the way the game LeBron James played last game, it was like a gift and a curse. He was very efficient. He didn't shoot the ball a lot. He got to the free throw line like a ton, right? But in the fourth quarter, he had 0 points because he had to figure out other ways to be effective and getting guys a shot. Luka was offensively aggressive, scoring the ball. So LeBron took up the point of getting other guys shot because the ball movement just wasn't there. They were dribbling the ball out up top, waiting for the switch. Like, you have to adjust in that turn, right? And I don't even think that game actually had a lot to do with Luka in the end. They were up 11 points, 10 points, like, comfortably in the fourth quarter. And a couple things happened. Anthony Edwards stare down 3. Anthony Edwards one-on-one transition, another stare down 3. Anthony Edwards getting to the mid-range one-on-one. Why is Anthony Edwards in one-on-one is in a sentence in a playoff game? Like, why is he playing one-on-one? Luka's not playing one-on-one. They bring in a double team every time they get a chance. Why is he playing one-on-one when if I'm up 11, the only way they coming back to win this game is if Anthony Edwards changes number from whatever it is to 23, like he has been doing, like looking like Michael Jordan and pulling up for threes, getting to the lane, getting fouled. It's no way that I'm not double teaming him in that time. He literally played one-on-one in the most crucial parts of the game. They don't have a first team defender out there. Why is he playing one-on-one? Why is they're not trapping him on the screens? If I'm going to lose with Anthony Edwards making pocket passes to Nas Reed and we getting a shot from somebody else in the clutch, I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is Anthony Edwards being able to take over a game by just playing one-on-one because we believe in our defenders. So everything that you said, Kev, about him not being in shape and him not doing anything, they still had these games won, right? That's a glaring hole. We know that Luka is not going to defend. Trust me, when I'm in the league, they know that. Everybody knows that. But he still affects the game so much offensively that is like, what can you really say about it? Just like other guys in the past. But what's happening now is coaching adjustments. I'm not seeing coaching adjustments in real time by JJ Redick. It's not in real time, right? We're asking LeBron James to play center, power forward, small forward at 40 years old, be efficient, score the ball, get guys in the right shots, and make the biggest shots of the game. Like at some point, we got to figure out Okay, this has something to do with Luka and not playing defense. Nico might look smart. No, he does not. We knew Luka was don't play defense. He just got y'all to the finals last year not playing defense. His defense didn't get them to the finals. They didn't have crazy lockdown defenders. They had a couple guys that could defend, and they had a center. It was a well constructed team. You had two centers where he could throw lobs to. It was a lob threat. You had guys that was bad on down low. You had intangible guys. This team with the Lakers, if they do have intangible guys, they aren't playing them. Only Vinny Smith is playing significant minutes off the bench in this series. You need other guys. You need another point guard in there that could bring the ball up some and get the ball out of Luka's hand because he's trying to get up and McDaniels is guarding his ass full court before he can get over half court. Now, by the time he get over half court, they trapping him, but he's not even getting a sub. So is this conditioning because he's scoring 40 points, and how much more condition do he need to be in? I'm just confused. Like as a player, if I'm getting you 35 and I just was sick, let's make sure we know that he was sick coming off of sickness and still playing every minute of the game. Like even if I'm in great shape, what are you expecting me to do? You expecting me to lock down Jaden McDaniels? Who knew Jaden McDaniels was going to be averaging 25 this series? Like who you really want me to guard? Like these guys that's scoring are playing with a ton of confidence. Then this was their worst nightmare to have somebody got Jalen Daniels getting 20s and 25s, and Nas Reed's making these big shots because those are the others. And I think, and I know this was long winded, but this series is coming down to the others playing really well. This is not about Luka and what LeBron is doing because they are dominating this series. Anthony Edwards is dominating this series. Now, who else outside of them is dominating for the Lakers? No one. AR is playing solid basketball. Rui, I think he could step his level up a little bit more. Outside of that, who's playing well? You look at the Wolves. Julius Randle is playing well. And Jaden McDaniels is playing really well. Nas Reed is playing really well. And Anthony Edwards is playing. That's four guys that have had 20 points in this series. You can't say that about the Lakers. Only two guys that's been playing that up to par, and you want them to play even more because they have to do so much things is Luka and LeBron. So this is not being won by the superstars. This is being won by the others on each team, and the others of Minnesota are winning the battle by a wide margin, not like by a wide. These guys look like superstars, and they're not backing down. And that was why I said the Lakers, if they didn't win Game 2, they had a chance of being swept. Because if they lost that game in LA, the confidence level of these young cats is hard to match. They know they can score on Luka. They know they can score on AR. They know they can score on Rui. And no one else is coming in the game. And Benny Smith is not a 40-minute guy player. So that's just what it is. You're getting out coached, and the others are just dominating this series.